I am Hamilton Chang, the president of the Men's Glee Club in 1989. We're excited that you are joining us today for this world premiere event. Originally formed in 1859, the Men's Glee Club is the oldest continuously student-run organization in the history of the University of Michigan. Over the years, the club has represented the university across the nation and, in fact, the world. Traveling via horse and buggy, steam locomotives, and then jet planes, the Men of Michigan have engaged alumni and fans of music across the globe longer than any other group on campus. For over 160 years, the club has survived and continued to flourish through 2 world wars, a depression, and several pandemics. Through all of this, what has remained constant is the significant impact that the Glee Club has had on its members' experiences in college and beyond. The title of this program, Tradition, Camaraderie, and Musical Excellence, are the anchoring principles of the Glee Club. The tradition of singing Michigan songs means that I'm able to share an experience with an alumnus from the 1950s or last year. The camaraderie developed through common goals and concert tours endure a lifetime. And the musical excellence, driven by our world-class directors over the years, has resulted in critical acclaim, world championships, and appearances on national television. The new performances you are about to hear of Franz Biebel's Ave Maria and our alma mater, the Yellow and Blue, exemplify these fundamental beliefs, as do the reflections you will hear from some notable alums of the Glee Club. Music has served to create community and shared experiences since the dawn of humanity. Today, perhaps more than ever, we feel our need to come together and create moments that transcend the reality of our day-to-day and lift us to a place of unity and communal creation. Our time together today is meant to be a gathering of our community, one of Glee Clubbers, of Michigan alums, and anyone who loves music and music making. Founded in the wilderness in 1817, in excellence and strength it grew, nourished by a dream. The University of Michigan, the people set me free to teach, to serve, to probe the unknown. Our university.
Being from the state of Michigan, I have had the honor of singing in Hill Auditorium over a dozen times. It is a special place, and it has hosted the Spring University of Michigan Men's Glee Club concert without fail for over a century until this spring. On April 4th, 2020, the hall sat empty, and this silence did not go unnoticed. A nostalgic social media post on the Glee Club alumni Facebook page sparked an avalanche of responses and led to the creation of the largest virtual men's chorus populated by Glee Club alumni and members. In a testament to the value of this organization, an opportunity to gather and make music again with people that share a love for the club and all that it represents, has brought together over 200 men from all over the globe. What an honor to be able to be a part of such a storied tradition at such a meaningful time.
Et verbum caro factum est, et habitavit in nobis. Ave Maria,
Hello, this is Carl Grapentine. I was in the club a little more than 50 years ago, which seems hard to believe, but I've had the good pleasure and privilege of being associated with Michigan all the time since, being the voice of the Michigan Marching Band and the voice of Michigan Stadium. But it's when I look back to my Glee Club years, those undergrad years, that I get this overwhelming bit of nostalgia, memories of great times, great music, and great people who are still friends today.
You know, being a Glee Club alum was only the second best thing in my life, other than being in the club for 4 years singing beautiful songs in 4-part harmony with great guys in Dr. Dewey. But coming back many times over the past 66 years for the spring concert and the thrill to join in the finale with the current club and old club alums, as well as stepping out with our old quartet, the Novelaires, for a tune or two, well, it just doesn't get any better.
To this day, some of my very best friends are guys that I sang with, especially in the Friars, and the Glee Club as well, but the Friars there are 7 of us remaining of the 8 who sang together, and we're all very close, and we get together for reunions once.
And the beauty of this organization is its ability to grow and develop and prosper as an entity.
I imagine for all of us, our time in the Glee Club were some of the most memorable experiences we had in our lives. We were so young, we were so impressionable, we were so ready to see the world. I doubt any of us could have known it at the time, but being a part of the Glee Club, being part of something that brought us together as young men, and having that thing be singing was pretty special. It was pretty transformative. We are all probably very different people today because of those experiences back then. I still remember Hamilton Chang and Jim Brumberg and Baron Brandel encouraging me to try out, even though I was pretty certain I couldn't sing. They just believed in me. And when you're 17 or 18 years old, it means a lot to have the faith of your friends and your peers. And so I thank all of you for being so welcoming to me and being so welcoming to each other. I also think there's another reason that many of us may not be able to remember what we had for lunch yesterday, but we can still remember 1989, the Asia tour. And I'm not just talking about Drew's escapades and hijinks. Most of us probably remember really amazing details of that trip. The venues in which we sang, the people we were so honored and lucky to meet, the planes, the trains, the automobiles, the skinny ties, and the Foster Grant sunglasses. I think it has to do with music and how music changes our experiences, making them more powerful, more indelible, and yes, more memorable.
Hi everyone, my name is Mark Stover, and I'm the current director of the University of Michigan Men's Glee Club. I've been asked, what does it mean to me to be the director of the Glee Club? And that is such a question that is impossible to summarize in brief, but I'm going to do my best. It is such a privilege. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. It is such a privilege to be a part of the rich tradition of male chorus singing, and to get to be a part of one of the great leadership bodies of choral singing in the world of choral music. The opportunity to get to be in the lives of over 100 students here at the University of Michigan, ranging from undergraduates just starting their journey to grad students or doctoral students who are deep into their academic studies. The common bond we all share is a passion for music and a passion for the community that we get to build around that music and around working hard together and committing to something that is so much bigger than we ever possibly could on our own. I love the opportunity to get to see the students grow as leaders and grow as musicians and grow in their brotherhood and in their relationship to each other. These are friendships that they make that last for their entire lives. And it's incredible to see this network of alumni, 2,500 strong, all over the world, that are still deeply bonded to their Glee Club experience and the Glee Club members that they shared their time at the university with, that continue to walk with them throughout every nook and cranny of their life. It's a beautiful thing. The Glee Club is working hard to weather the long storm of this pandemic so that when the moment comes that we get the green light to resume activity as normal, we will be ready to emerge as strong as ever. And I see the guys, and I'm inspired so much by these incredible students whose commitment to one another in light of canceled concerts, canceled tour to South America, all of these things that have just been vanished from their hopes and dreams as a participant in the Glee Club has not daunted their spirit, it has not diminished their passion for song, it has not in any way lessened the love that they have for one another and for this great tradition that is to be a member of the University of Michigan Men's Glee Club.
How many times have you witnessed something that's caused the hair on the back of your neck to stand up? I think a situation like this is normally reserved for a wedding day or the birth of a child or seeing something that had quite an impact on you. It happened to me in 1985 when I auditioned for the University of Michigan Men's Glee Club. On the day of my audition, you go into the Michigan Union, find your way to the Kunzel room, walk in, a lot of uncomfortable wooden chairs that everyone's sitting on. There are many young men there for their audition. And the members of the Glee Club come in, and this is just a normal looking group of guys. They haven't seen each other in about 4 months, so a lot of high fives, bear hugs. And then silently, the director comes in, doesn't even make a sound, simply clears his throat and silence. He then has a pitch pipe with him. He blows on the pitch pipe, and they immediately go into the famous song Laudes Atque Carmina. And this is a song that has opened every Michigan Glee Club concert for over a century. The club finishes, and needless to say, the hair on the back of my neck stands up. I was just stunned and had two immediate feelings. There's no way I'm qualified to be in a group like this, but it was overcome by, there's no way they can keep me out of this group. And the director then explains to us the song, where it comes from, that it was written by Charles Gailey, who graduated from the university in 1878. He also wrote The Yellow and the Blue, our alma mater. And it brings to note, or brings the idea comes to mind, that our most transformative president at the University of Michigan, the third president, James B. Angel, is known for saying that the university provides an uncommon education for the common person. And there's quite a few parallels with the Glee Club, because if you look at this group of guys, it is a normal group, like a group of people, 100 men that you'd pick out off the street or any gathering. But when you hear them sing, it is an uncommon sound. And it is really something that when the Glee Club was formed in 1859, and still to this day, it is a student-run organization. And like I said, it's a common group, but given uncommon direction, really provides an uncommon sound.
What started out a few weeks ago as an opportunity for us to gather and to share song has blossomed into a resurgence of our community. Through the process of recording these pieces of music, we've reconnected with old friends and made new ones. We have shared pictures, stories, joy, and pain. We want to say thank you to our wonderful alumni, Matt Glenn and Rob Bisel, for the fine audio mastering, Brian Gaukel for the amazing video work and spirit, our brothers in song for participating, and of course, all of you for joining us today. It's our tradition at the end of each concert, anywhere and everywhere around the world, to invite Glee Club alum to join us on stage for the singing of our alma mater. Today, we invite all of you to join us in this tradition. Ladies and gentlemen, the yellow and blue.
Sing.